Hello everyone, it's Chocolo Roberto here, yes, for another live Saturday review, this time it's Lidl part 3 basically. Yeah, so I know it's been one, we've done a few Aldis, I think, it's been a bit of a war between Aldi and Lidl. I think Lidl's won this time, so yes. Yeah, so there we go, so back on Lidl, yeah, so there we go, and hi AB, how are you doing? Hope you're doing right. My hair's a bit of a mess after, not comb my hair for about 20 years I think, so yeah, it's probably my own fault really, but there we go. But yes, hope you're doing okay. A bit busy today. What have you been up to? Anything interesting? I know there's football on today, so I know at 5 o'clock it's Denmark versus Wales. Is it Denmark versus Wales? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, so I know it's a bit of a I imagine some people will be watching that, but no, it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. You can put it on in the background, of course, if you fancy. So yes, yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one as well, AB. Yeah, it's got a few basically. Well, I've got about 2 parts worth of Lidl stuff to do. I'm thinking I might combine one with an Aldi one just to do a bit of a face-off because they're very similar things, maybe. But we'll see. But yeah, so today got the more upperish market stuff, I guess you'd say, on the Lidl side. Got some Fin Carré stuff. Carré, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And JD Gross stuff as well, JD Gross. Don't know again how you pronounce it. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny how they've gone for one that's a bit sort of French sounding, then one that's German sounding. So I don't know why. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I don't quite know what. Just pick random names, you know. But yeah. No, this is it. I must admit, I was umming and ahhing AB about changing the time to cater for the. But the thing is, it's one of those where people who are watching the match would probably be out and about anyway, or preparing for it or whatever. So even if I put it back to 3 o'clock or something, people might still be preparing for the match or doing something or whatever. And even if I do it back again, so and then obviously then the people who normally would turn up at 4 will then miss it and stuff like this. So I just thought, you know what, it's not worth the bother. I'll just I'd like to watch the match as well myself, really. But it's one of those where it's just a bit, it's one of those, you know what I mean. So I'm not a big football person, but I kind of quite like the tournaments and things. It's one of those. But yeah, exactly. Keeping it consistent. It just means it's less ambiguity and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, if the final's on one week, Saturday, I don't think it will be, but if it was at Saturday 4 p.m, I probably would change it then. But obviously, at the moment, yeah, it's one of those. Really, I think it's probably not worth the hassle too much, really. Because you can't win basically. But yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so not too bad. But yeah, so looking forward to. We got a sweepstake going on, and so basically we've all got. I did it. I was one organising it basically, and I did it in such a way that we all got 2 teams. One basically either two middling teams or one good one and one bad one is the gist of it. So luckily, thanks to that, and also on different sides of the draw. So luckily, everyone's got a team into the second round at least. Some people got 2. Generally, the people who had 2 middling teams got 2 in. So it's based on the seeding marks really. But yeah. So. Yeah, no, Lidl. Well, it's going to go into again. Well, basically, I did my rounds today. I got some good stuff actually. AB, I got all the new. Put some photos into what's it called, into the Discord, and got the new creator bars from Cadbury, and I got the orange digestives. I got what else did I get? One other thing I got that was quite interesting. Oh, the mini Turkish delights as well. Oh, hi there, Lul. How are you doing? Lul Factory. How are you doing? How you doing? All right. Yes. Yeah, well, yes, yeah. One of those days, just talking to AB about the fact that, catering for the football and how difficult it is and stuff like this. But one of those. But yeah, we're doing Lidl today, yes. I've never had, other than what you've seen on this channel, I've never had Lidl's either, actually. So it's quite a good one. Yeah, it's quite an interesting one, rather. So it's quite interesting for me as well, because I basically, a lot of people on the channel have said how good the chocolate is, and I otherwise would have dismissed it, really. You got 2 of them, have you? Well, I've got 2. Technically, one's from about 4 years ago. So when I do my review of them, I will be looking at both packs. I probably won't open the old one, but I'll look at this, see if there's any similarities or differences or whatever. So there we go. But yeah, I hope you're both doing all right. And I know there's other people watching who, there's people watching who don't comment and stuff like that, which is fair enough. I understand that and everything. But I hope you're all doing okay, and hope you enjoy the live reviews as well. Yeah, so we've got a few. Let's see. Well, we've got to say a mixture of Fin Carré and JD Gross. And I think there's probably ones I've not got here that they do. Naughty. In a good way or a bad way. I mean, I didn't mind them actually, but I always, with all of these chocolate digestive flavours, I found that they were just too weak. They just didn't really, they just weren't enough. There just wasn't, I don't know, passion fruit Jaffa cakes. Yes, I've reviewed those, and I think again I like them, but I get they just all these other flavours of Jaffa cakes I've never found as good as the McVitie's, at least. have been as good as the regular orange ones, you know. But I still like them, and I think I was saying to AB in the comments, I wish they'd put them in a chocolate in a digestive selection, a Jaffa Cake selection pack, so you could just have different ones. But then we were talking about the fact they'd probably mess up the distribution and stuff like this, and it wouldn't be fair and stuff like that. But yeah, but I need to try M&S stuff. One day I will go in, but I'm just worried about going in before I've got through at least some of my stash, you know. Because honestly, I just, even today I've bought so much stuff, and it's just ridiculous, really. I've just got loads of random things. So stash watch this week will be quite interesting. Got a few things. I probably will have reviewed the Inventor bars from Cadbury before this Wednesday, so I might just show off the wrappers or something in stash watch. I thought of getting them twice just to at least put in stash watch and stuff like that, but I thought, you know what, it's a bit silly to do that. So. Right, okay, yeah, so first one, got a bit of a plain one, this one, but they're not all plain. Now, I don't know if Fincarry do other, they probably do, but I didn't see them when I went in. Now, I could have gone in today, and I probably should have done, but yeah, I was umming and ahhing, really, long story short, and I thought I'd got the JD Grow stuff as well, as I'd concentrate more on for Lidl, but I do have the Fincarry white chocolate. Now, I know they do other ones. I was a bit, I feel at the time, I probably should have just got the plain ones and stuff like that. I was thinking maybe it was going a bit too far at the time when I went into Lidl to get all the regular stuff, because I was expecting to be getting lots of more interesting flavours, really, as in sort of white chocolate with something or whatever. So we'll see how it goes anyway. I could always do another trip back, of course, so there we go. Yeah, but you enjoyed the blood oranges then, did you, Lowell? Okay, yeah. I think... I think those and the cherry ones were the ones that stood out for me. I think, some of them were Vib, some of them were just British flavours or whatever. I'm not sure. I can't remember which ones were which now. I think the blood orange was a Vib, wasn't it? I did like those the most, I think. But they were just a bit too subtle. I think I don't know what it was. They just too subtle for me. I think the flavours, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they could have been a bit stronger, really. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that, but anyway, still nice to have. And they've definitely gone all out with them. There's been about 10 of them, hasn't there? Different flavours at the moment. But yeah, white chocolates. There we go. Fincarry white chocolates. So yes, so it's fair trade. I'll say we just talked about last week as well. How there's all these different fair trade equivalents now, and there's all these different Rainforest Alliance equivalents, and it's just becoming a bit silly now, really. I think people just want to know. Yeah, just want a consistent approach, really. Because if there's more than one, it means there's differences, presumably. So what are those differences? We just say on the back, this gives us a description of fair trade. The fair trade cocoa problem enables small-scale farmers to benefit by selling more of their cocoa as fair trade. Right, yeah. So what does it mean then that we've got fair trade on it? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, that does it then? It doesn't mean we've got fair trade in this product. It just means we've got a sticker saying fair trade on it. Because sometimes they say they're offsetting it, and I've probably beat this drum so many times now, but sometimes they say they're offsetting it, sometimes they just have the label on it. Sometimes some of the recycle labels on it actually don't necessarily mean that the product's recyclable. They just mean literally that the company supports it or whatever. It's just So I get getting a bit fed up with all these symbols, really, and the lack of the actually meaning anything. Yeah, so here we go. So we've got natural vanilla flavouring. So it's got vanilla flavouring in there. Which I'm always not necessarily dubious about, but I want to taste the white chocolate, not vanilla. Do you know what I mean? So it's got a cocoa size 28% minimum, milk size 22% minimum. Well, that's it could be nicer with the vanilla, of course. But what I mean is, it's just it's hard to say sometimes if they just put vanilla into it, whether it's really you're tasting white chocolate or not. Suitable vegetarians, it says there. Disposable. That's quite good. Tells you what's disposable, recyclable. Well, the boards were disposable and recyclable, I guess. I don't know. Okay. A bit confusing that. Disposal, carton, board, recyclable. But it's got a colon between them, so I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay. Right, anyway, well, enough said about that. It's a 200 gram one, so quite a heavy one. There's one bit of heft to it, 200 grams. Calories on the back. So per 100 grams, 573 calories, so very high in calories, well over the 500 to 550 threshold that's normally the case for per 100 grams that I've experienced. 30 for chocolate bars, 36.3 grams of fat, 22.9 of which is saturates. And per serving, 40 grams, so that's, what's that? It's just over a third, isn't it? Or a sixth, rather. 229 calories, 14.5 grams of fat, 9.2 of which are saturates. There you go, yeah. 5 servings, it says, so, yeah. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Oh, yeah, it does go into 200, yeah, okay. Yes, it's a fifth. Right, okay, yeah, very good. Okay, interesting. Definitely much more to say though. yeah, it's got a bit of stuff about Lidl UK and stuff like that. So yeah, okay. Hi Andrew, how are you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Yes, I don't know if you've seen my photo. I think I put it in Discord of what I got today. Hopefully you have. I think it'll be of interest. It'll be of interest to you. Might be on Stash Watch as well. It wasn't Fry's 5 centres. I'll just before you say. There we go. All right, so let's move down. I think we'll give this an opening, shall we? So let's. Honestly. Should have known. Yeah, no, I haven't got that. I didn't find it today, unfortunately. I didn't find that. So let's move this out of the way. A sneak peek there for some other stuff. Okay, let's move. Right. Okay, there we go. So the camera sometimes goes a bit crazy with white chocolate and things. So we'll see how it goes on. So just here's the white plate and stuff. The black background doesn't help. I might have to try and work out what's the best way to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I need black plates or something. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, so not yet, unfortunately, Andrew. Not yet. Yeah, one day. You never know. Right. Yes. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. So let's give it an open now. It's a cardboard one. Quite a nice cardboard jiggery pokery. I like the way it's got white chocolate just in massive letters on it. It's a bit of no nonsense on every side except for the bottom. Just have the just a bit of a wraparound barcode, but not like all the others where it just goes all the way around. There you go. So let's see if it sort of decides on a brightness scale for it that it likes. Yeah, don't know. It's just oversaturated, doesn't it? But okay, don't know. Might be the lights, maybe. Maybe the lights are too bright. I don't know really. Okay, let's give it an open then. So, okay, so I hate it when this happens, when you have to open it like this and it bends like that. I hate that. All right, so it's wrapped in foil, which is quite nice. If I can I get it out? There we go. Okay, it's nicely wrapped in foil. It looks quite nice. It's a bit of a wrapping paper style foil, so it's one of those where it doesn't really, go into the chocolate. Yeah, purple. Yeah, I don't know, unless it coincides with some of their other products, maybe that they've. But yeah, normally it's what colour is it? Is it normally blue? No, not sure. It's normally just white, isn't it? Yeah, white chocolate, basically. Yeah, yeah, it is a bit different, isn't it? Yeah, it is a bit different. Okay, here's the good stuff there. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not bad. I like the way it's got. Actually says Finn Carry on it. If you can see that. It's funny how it doesn't. There you go. It's slowly appearing. There you go. If it'll focus in that close. Trying to. But you can see the fin anyway, can't you? I don't know why I have such trouble focusing sometimes. I really don't. I don't get it at all. But sometimes you go out and in, it does it. But don't know. Depends on its mood, I think. There we are. But you can just see Finn Carry there, can't you? I think anyway. There you go. It's a bit better. It's just over there. It's just blasting it with saturation or whatever. There we go. It's probably about as good as I can get it, really. But I think you get the point. So a fifth of this is your calories. So a fifth then. So what's a fifth? It's something a bit funny. So it seems to go better into quarters, really. Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. I'm not sure. How many is the 4 times 8? 16, 32. 32. Really divide into 5, 32. I don't think it does it really? 28, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I mean, it doesn't really divide into. Yeah, that's a bit right. I don't like it when that happens. Basically, it's giving you per serving 40 grams, but it doesn't divide into. Into 5. So it's a bit annoying that really. There's a bit of a dry feel to it. Almost feels like a surface this rather than a chocolate. I feel like it's. I don't know, maybe an airplane tray or something. Yeah, it's an odd one. It's still in date, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. I was just checking if that wasn't out of date or something, but it's last till next year, March next year. So yeah, a bit of a funny one. Definitely feels a bit. I mean, it's not cold today, but maybe about 2 degrees cooler than it was last week. But so it's not like it's freezing conditions here. You saw what happened last week, but yeah, very. I'm just amazed at how solid this is and how plastic-like it is. You could make stuff out of this. It's a bit different on this side. It was a bit more pliable, but It's just more because there's more surface area. But yeah, very odd. Don't know. That's really weird. It's literally like, I don't know, what's it like? It's like some kind of plastic surface, or like bathroom laminate or something, that you put on the walls or something. There's shower panels. Okay. Yeah, Turkish delights. Yeah, so sorry, I can't. Oh yes, too small. Well, I was a bit worried that they might be. I was thinking actually that might work for me actually, Andrew, but maybe it won't. I was thinking maybe because in a smaller amount, I was thinking, well, I might actually like these, or prefer them than the original one. Because it might be a bit less and it might work a bit better. But yeah, I imagine, yeah. So it's just basically all individual wraps, just in massive flourishes, are they? Right. I can imagine them being too small for you, being a big fan of them. But I was thinking it might work in my favour, but maybe not. Interesting. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So you weren't too overly bowled over them, were you? Okay. So let's measure the width of these. So 9.1 centimeters. Not bad. The height. So there's loads of lips and stuff on here. So we'll just do it. As best we can, sort of on the edge. At 1.1 centimeters. And in between the gaps, there's a bit of damage there. So that's 7.8, about 8 millimeters. Yeah. Okay, and then the length. I don't think this is going to be long enough. So yeah, definitely it's got some heft to it. This. I mean, it's a 200-gram bar. It definitely it looks, a bit smaller. Well, I don't know. It doesn't look. I don't know. It's just a bit of heft to it, but you wouldn't expect it to be 200 grams. So it's about 19.3 centimeters, but 90.3 centimeters there, roughly. For the box, yeah, there's a bit of a, obviously, see that lip at the top. So yeah, so there's a bit of yeah, not much of flourishes there going on. I think that's very acceptable. Yeah. Pretty acceptable, that. All right, I don't think there's much going to be surprising here. Okay, I mean, snaps in half. Well, not in half, but into a quarter. 1 to 3/4 if you can't decide. Yeah, so as I say, it's got the usual sort of white chocolate conundrum problem that we're getting here. Yeah, it's just can't quite work out the colour. I think it's just too bright. I'm not sure. Look at that, it's just gone completely white. Yeah, I'll have to try and work. I don't know how to fix this really. I'm not sure what the problem is why it's doing. I don't know if it's the black background. If I had a sort of like a lighter background, would it work? You can see a bit better there, can't you? I think you get the gist of the colour from this one. I think that's a pretty accurate colour representation there. White chocolate flying everywhere. Okay, well, let's give it a taste then. I'm not overly optimistic for this one because it seems very hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a sort of white chocolate smell to it, but it's a bit more of one of the when it's a bit on the sick, not an overly nice white chocolate smell. Sometimes they're a bit sort of sick smelling, to want of a better phrase. Yeah, it's got one of those. So we'll see. Though we'll see. Yeah. Funny smell. All right, let's give one cube a taste then. Why not? Okay, let's do it. An odd one. Very odd one actually. This one. It's wow, crikey. It's got some odd flavours in it. That's but I don't know. Hi Rick. Hope you're doing okay. We're just on the first one. It's it's Fin Carre's white chocolate, basically from Lidl. Yeah, very strange. Had like a sort of bit of an aftertaste, like it wasn't alcohol, but when you swallow alcohol, it sort of burns your throat a bit. It was a bit like that, really. I don't know if it's just concentrated vanilla essence in it or something. Let's have another taste. It's not bad up until that point, really. Just midway through your nibbling. I don't know whether you keep nibbling it or not. It seems to sort of release something in your mouth, and it's I don't know. A bit of a funny one. It wasn't so bad that time, don't because I'm used to it. Coronation Street. Do you get that in Canada? Honestly, it's based in the northwest where I am, so it's yeah. But I haven't seen it for a long time though. My mum used to be a massive fan of it, but I Honestly. Yeah, dear me. Longest running soap in the world, I think that one, believe it or not. Yeah. It's not bad, this one. It's interesting one. Just to try one more, because the first one was a bit extreme, the second one was a bit milder. Let's just try. Basically, it's a white chocolate. I don't mind it. It's just that weird. It's not been as bad. After the first one, it's not bad actually. I don't mind it. It's not. Some white chocolate. I think that first one did have a weird something odd going on with it. I don't know what it was at all. So maybe it's just a bit of a bit unlucky really. There's definitely something in it that makes it taste a bit flavoured, and I can't quite make up my mind. As I say, I've tried 3 cubes. 2 of them were okay. One of them was a bit, a bit much. So it could have just been a one-off that. But it's nice. It's not. It doesn't stick. Normally white chocolate for me catches in my throat a bit. It's a bit much, It's but this one's not bad. And it's got a nice subtle flavour to it. It's actually a nice white chocolate. Actually, I don't think it's up there with some of the better. It's nice. Yeah. It's not bad at all. It's a bit. Some people might say it's maybe a bit too lacking in flavour, perhaps. But for me, that's what it works. It's actually I actually like it. I just think it has something that sort of. I say it doesn't catch in your throat. It has something that kind of seems to. Well, burn is too strong a word, but it's the only word that suits it really. It's just something. It's like as if it's got an alcohol type filling in it that has that sort of warm feeling as it sort of goes down your throat. I refer to it as burning your throat. So I think it might just be too much vanilla essence in it sometimes, or I'm not sure. It's all I can think of because it's the only thing that's in it that's yeah. No, you just say natural vanilla flavouring, so no. It played around at lunch on Monday to Friday. It's a bit like we have neighbours for Australia. That used to be on lunchtimes. It's a bit like the same kind of thing basically, but in Australia, a bit more perhaps for younger people, I guess. But yeah. Okay, snacks. That's an interesting one actually. That Rick. You had to look on the snack shelf see if they're the same. Good idea that. Yeah. An egg to rinse a taste. Cream egg, I assume you mean, yes. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, that one actually. Yeah, basically we had an Australian one called Neighbours here. You might have had it as well, and that was kind of sounds like the similar way it used to play at lunchtime and late afternoon as well. Yeah, so it's a funny one. I don't think so, AB. I don't think so. That one tastes. That tastes more authentic. This one tastes like a bit chemically, really. I don't know. It says it's natural vanilla flavouring in it. I can't. Yeah, So I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure. It's just something there. But it's other than that, it's actually quite nice. And I'm not too sure whether it's just a bit. I don't know. It's if you don't eat it for as long, if you sort of swallow it sooner, I don't think you'll have that problem. Basically, I think it's just as it gets released. I think. I'm not sure. It's definitely there though, but it was very much. I'll just try one last one. One last one. Let's go for the whole bar. Yeah. I think it's just a bit of an aftertaste. I think it's just I don't know, something a bit. I think you get a bit of a sort of chemically taste, and maybe it was just sort of. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just that typical white chocolate catching in my throat. I'm not too sure. It seems inconsistent, basically. I'm not sure if I'm imagining it or not. I don't think I am. Something to bear in mind. It definitely has some kind of, sort of strong. I can only assume it's the vanilla. I don't know. Some kind of taste to it that sort of does come out after a while. It's a bit weird. But. Yeah, I know. Well, I was about to say maybe it's first choc syndrome. Yeah, but I mean the fact that but I don't know. I feel like my feet's still on the ground. I don't know. I think it's because I had a bit of toast as well before. I think so. I'm actually sort of I'm a bit more prepared today. I think sometimes I've just not really had much at all. So so that might be what it is. I don't think it's similar. Yeah, I don't think it's similar to alcohol. It's just got like a taste to it. I can't quite work out what it is. I don't know, but I don't know if it's a bad thing either. It's quite nice for the most part, really. I quite like it. It's actually a nice white chocolate, and I think it's definitely up there with some of the better ones. Like Nestle Milky Bar and stuff like this. Which I think is probably the best white chocolate I quite like it. I don't have a problem with it. It's not well, you know, there's going to be a but in a minute, but you know, it doesn't have that same as I say, catching in the throat taste that a lot of white chocolates do. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, it's just that it just has that weird aftertasty type thing every now and again, and I don't know what to make of that because it's not consistently the same strength. It could be that I'm getting used to it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I do like it. I'm gonna be a bit cautious really because of that weird taste every now and again. I'm docking it half a mark. I think otherwise it would be. Well, I don't know. Maybe a mark. Maybe not a mark. I think it's a very high 4 out of 5. Basically, I think is the gist of it. I think it would be bordering on a 5 out of 5. I think if it was. You know, if it just didn't have that odd taste to it, and I can't quite work out what it is. And as I say, sometimes it's very strong. The first one I had, it was really strong, and then next couple of times it wasn't so bad. So I don't know. Could have got used to it by then. You know, it does happen sometimes. But it's a very high 4 out of 5. I think it's a really nice white chocolate. It's definitely better than a lot of white chocolates out there. Yeah, I really like that white chocolate. Actually, there's nothing. It's just got that weird taste to it, and as I say, you might not even notice it yourself. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But yeah, something to be aware of anyway. Yeah, Chocolo maraschino, cherry creamy. Okay, all right, we'll see. Yes, I don't think I've ever had that, you know. Yeah, I see. It sounds very interesting. It does sound very interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we have anything like. We might have something similar, maybe, but I've not seen it if we do. It does sound very nice, though. I do like cherry as a filling. I just think it's a bit. It sounds, you know, it's not as mundane. I don't think as things like raspberry and strawberry. I think cherry just has a bit more of a strength to it. You know, a bit more of an interesting flavour, and it works really well with some chocolates as well, especially dark chocolate. Yeah. Cadbury White or Milky Bar. It's not as good as Milky Bar. I don't think it's almost there though. It's definitely better than Cadbury's White. Yeah, Andrew, it really is. Yeah. It's yeah. Sorry, I should have perhaps been a bit more specific, really. But yeah. When I mentioned about it being really good, you know, really one of the best ones I've tasted, and I think it is. I just think it's got that weird aftertaste. That's the only problem with it, and I can't quite. It's hard for me to say that it's, you know, that great really with this sort of aftertaste behind it. I'm not sure how, you know what I mean, because it just has a bit of a funny one. But I definitely think if that's not consistent and it's, you know, just literally just me being bad luck or just, I don't know. But it's really nice, yeah, it was really nice, and it's definitely up there. It's not as good as Milky Bar, I don't think, but it's very close to it because it's got that same subtle taste without the sort of catching your throat thing. It's very nice, yeah, really like it. I definitely think you'd like it, Andrew. Yeah, have you had it before? I definitely think you'd like it. Yeah, cherry in the middle. Yeah, an actual cherry. Yeah, I see. Yeah, sounds very. I mean, we do have well, basically, I think the cherry things here is like some kind. I don't know. I mean, is it Kirsch or something? Kirsch. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. We have some kind of cherry shenanigans going on with in chocolate with those, and I think sometimes it's basically chocolate and then with like a Kirsch soaked cherry or something like that. I think. Yeah, interesting one. But I don't know if. But yeah, I don't know. It's not like a staple like every Christmas or something. It'll appear, but sometimes you'll see it. You know. Yeah. So. But yeah, no, nice white chocolate, that one. I was impressed with that. So leading on from there, yeah, well, all right. See, Andrew, yeah, I thought maybe you would have done. But yeah, I think, well, it's worth trying. I think I'd like to. I'd say just interested to see what you think if you noticed that that odd taste. Whether it's just me, I don't know. But it was quite strong. The first one I had. I mean, it was, you know, I feel like I couldn't really have imagined that. You know. Yeah, so I don't know, but other than that, it tastes really nice. It's just a shame it has that weird. It's as if something. It's as if it is the vanilla extract or whatever, in the natural vanilla flavours, whatever it is. It's as if that just gets released a bit at the end, and it's just a bit too strong. Yeah, but other than that, it's really nice. Yeah. So leading off, and I got the white chocolate and white strawberry crisp thing carry as well. Yeah. So when I say about strawberry, you know. Strawberries and cream, basically, that's quite a bit of a... Yeah, Rick, you probably know this. Strawberries and cream is very much a sort of staple in the UK, especially around Wimbledon and things. I think even just sell it, you'll see people in the audience, in the crowd, whatever. Yeah, spectators just eating a tub of strawberries and cream, basically. I'm not a big fan of cream myself, you know, on its own and things. I feel like ice cream. But there we go, yes, this is kind of where this is at, I think, I'd say. That's very nice. Strawberry crisp as well, so that's up my street for sure. So it's got crispy pieces in as well. I think, you tried this one, yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. I think I can imagine it's been hard to directly taste the white chocolate based on the fact it's got other stuff in it. But yeah, so yeah, worth trying it on its own. I think, Andrew, definitely. But you love this one. Nice crispy texture. Flavors blend really well. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, I'm optimistic then because I think if there is any odd flavour from the white chocolate, I think it would be masked by any flavourings in this. I reckon. So I'm optimistic for sure. Interesting. This one's got the Lidl badge on the back, and this one doesn't. It does say Lidl down at the bottom though, so it's not like it's not Lidl or anything. But yeah, Lidl Island. This one's a different. This one's Lidl Great Britain. That's why. So I wonder if that's the difference. Yeah. There's Lidl UK. But it does have the island address on it as well, so who knows, maybe not. Yeah, so got the same stuff. Fair trade, what on earth does it mean? Who knows? And then, yeah, I got, white chocolate with strawberry crisp pieces. Where what I mean by that is it doesn't actually say that, you'd assume that it has fair trade chocolate in it, but that's not what it, it doesn't, it just says what the fair trade program is. I don't know, so, And it says, it does say, what does it say there? Well, it just says Fair Trade Cocoa Programme. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would always be a bit dubious about these sorts of things. I'd always do some investigation because to me it doesn't necessarily sound like it has fair trade in it. Right, so cocoa size 20% minimum, milk size 23% minimum, although you'd like to think it would. But as I say, I've seen some dubious things in the past with these. 100 per 100 grams, 563 calories, so just over, not as much as the other one, which had 573. But still over the 500 to 550 range per 100 grams. That's typical, I would say, in my experience. 34.8 grams of fat, 22.2 of which are saturates. And per serving, it's a fifth of the bar. It's a 200 gram bar. 30.9 grams of fat, 8.9 of which are saturates, and 225 calories. There we go. Yeah, and 200 grams. Serving suggestion: eat it with strawberries and loads of liquid white chocolate. I like the way again it's got the white chocolate strawberry crisp on the side. What does it actually say on the things? Only the barcode side doesn't have it, so I quite like that. Hi Joe, how are you doing? Yes. Yeah, good to see you, good to see you. Saturday Live, I know, here again. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, I think yes, Andrew, I think I will like this one. I'm optimistic, that's for sure. Yes, I'm optimistic. Let's just see what actually has in it. Let's have a look. Does it have palm oil in it? If it does. Natural vanilla flavouring again. White chocolate contains, I've already mentioned that. 3.6% strawberry crisp pieces. Maltodextrin, 25% strawberries. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yes, I hope you're doing alright, Joe. Yes, I hope everyone's doing okay today, by the way. Yeah, it's better. I mean, last week wasn't too warm, but today's sort of perfect weather, really. It's just, especially, well, in my house anyway. It's just a nice temperature today. But yeah, let's give this one an open then. I think, let's see, I've got quite a lot of white chocolate shavings. Okay, I'll leave it out actually, why not? Okay, let's just zoom down. Say shavings, it's bits. Right, so about the old white chocolate problem, where the camera just doesn't seem to agree with it, but there we go. Yeah. We'll see what happens here, we'll see what happens. There we go, right. Okay, there we go. We'll see how it goes. Right, so nice packaging. This one's red. I think this one suits red because it's got strawberries in it. But as I said, the other one was purple. Maybe they did a blueberry one or a blackcurrant one or something. But yeah. Okay, let's give it a bit of an open. Right, yeah, matching my shirt. Yes. Yeah, there you go. You see, yes, perfect red. Let's just see. I'll test it again when we lift up. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. Got the same shenanigans going on here. It's the same sort of wrapping paper style foil. It's not really foil, I would say. It's it probably is foil if you know what I mean, but I mean, it's not like the sort of, it doesn't cling to the bar. You can't really rub it in as well. It's not too bad actually. Yeah, it's not bad. But you know what I mean. It's not like foil you get on a Kit Kat or something like that, or they used to in the old days anyway. Yeah, so you get some. I always used to love doing that when I was younger. Just making, I don't know why, but you just did. Alright, so let's give it a bit of an open then. So I imagine the proportions are exactly the same. This one looks lovely, yes, look at that. I mean, this is full. Now, I always complain, ever since one of the first few, sort of, I guess you'd say, independent chocolate sort of bars that I tried on this channel was Montezuma's. and he did lots of lots of, let's say they did a flavour like this, white chocolate with strawberry crisp or something like that, you would just find that there'd be basically like that, this sort of segment's worth here in the whole bar, rather, you know what I mean? And it was so, and then it wouldn't be all the way through, and it'd be just terrible, they were just so rubbish. Yeah, so looks good, does look good. It doesn't feel as plasticky as the other one. The other one, you probably missed it, Joe. I was saying the other one felt a bit like it was like a plastic surface, sort of just has a weird, really does feel weird. That was the white chocolate one, regular white chocolate one. This one, well, I think it's probably because of the strawberry lumps, the strawberry crispy lumps. I think otherwise it would be, because it sounds the same. But it just, because of those, it just doesn't have the feel of it. And yeah, so maybe it's just the fact that it feels a bit like chocolate. You know what I mean? It doesn't. My hands are coming away feeling a bit like they've rubbed chocolate, rather than just rubbed a plastic surface. Yeah, so there we go. So I'm assuming that the things will be the same measurement-wise, but we will measure it just because some people might only watch this part. I might skip out to just this bit later on or something. 9.1 centimetre, 9.12 centimetres in width. Yeah, starting to melt a bit. This one, a bit more melty. This one, height. I say melty, it's just not melting, but about 1.14 in between the segments. About 0.8, about the same as last time. I think they are roughly the same. Let's just have a look. I'm measuring, yeah, about 19.2, 19.3, but more like 19.2 on this one. Yeah, and if we put it up against the actual wrapper, we'll see again. We don't lose much on space either. I think for bars this size, you wouldn't be expecting to. You don't need to make them look bigger than they are. You know what I mean? for whatever reason, shelf presence or so you can see it's just that bit there, about a centimetre's worth or something. Well, just over half, maybe 0.75 centimeters, something like that, which is fine. So you can clearly see it's full with stuff, top to bottom, head to toe. Looks brilliant. Look at that. Yeah, you can see there. It looks amazing, doesn't it? It's full of stuff. Yeah, they should do mixed dark and white bars. Yeah, it would be a bit more like Top Deck and stuff like that. I know what you mean. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, they should. It'd be nice for them to do more than that, really. Yeah. 4.5 out of 5, you reckon, Andrew? We'll see. Yes, we'll see. There you go. I think it's coming back there. You can see how full it is, and it looks very vivid. A nice set of colours there. Yeah. I mean, as I say, my camera can't really cope with it just because it's the white chocolate, I think. But the further away it goes, there you go. I think you can see. It was perfect, and then just decided to change the colour again. I don't know why. Just something about it. It just doesn't seem to like white chocolate. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It did go really well for a second. There you go. There you go. There you are. Slowly bring it forward. Okay, about there. It's probably going off a bit too white, but yeah. All right, I think you got the gist of it. Yeah, filled with stuff. Looks very vivid, very red, very nice. Yeah, excited for this one. Yeah, let's lift myself up and give it a taste. Well, I mean, it could well be a 5 out of 5, Andrew, because as I say, the other one was that it was just only holding it back was that weird chemically taste, and I generally like things with crispy bits in and stuff, and I don't mind strawberry, so we'll see. So we'll see. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have that sort of chemically taste. Anyways, let's have a try anyway. So yeah, so we got one bit of a knobble on the end, so we've got plenty there. Look at that. Let's give it a taste. It's got a very distinct strawberry taste, actually. Yeah. It does. I mean, strawberry's definitely the dominant taste, and I can kind of see what you mean now, Andrew. About, well, I see what you mean. I don't know if that's the correct phrase to use, really, but basically, yeah, you can definitely not really taste the white chocolate on its own here. It's very much a strawberry taste, which is the main thing. Yeah, so which is when you mentioned you not tasted the white chocolate. I need it specifically. I know you were kind of just saying you haven't tasted a bar, but I can see now that yes, this isn't a good example of just what the white chocolate tastes like, because it's very much the strawberry flavours there, and the white chocolate kind of accompanies it really. Taste wise, of course, it's more white chocolate than strawberry there, but It's not bad, you know. It's not bad at all. I think, yeah, I do think you're not really getting the sort of the full white chocolate taste that you get from the other bar, which is nice. But on the flip side of that, it does mean you don't get that sort of odd chemical taste. Or at least I've not experienced it. I think because the strawberry taste is quite prominent and quite sort of strawberry-like. It is quite an authentic strawberry taste, I'd say. It says actually frozen strawberry pieces, strawberry crisp pieces. I don't know. Yeah, it does have it does have strawberries in it, but I don't know. 25% strawberries. It says. Okay, that's the crisp pieces what they make up. So yeah, it's definitely a prominent strawberry taste there. You see, just second line down, about second or third from the right. I can turn the other side. About there. Yeah. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think it does taste the strawberries. It's nice. I love the crispiness of it as well. I like the sort of crunch in there. It's very sort of I think it works with the white chocolate for sure. But you don't really taste white chocolate. It's very odd. It's it's definitely, the white chocolate is definitely sort of, I wouldn't say overpowered is perhaps too strong a term, because I don't think it's overpowered. It just accompanies it really well. It's like Andrew said, actually. They do accompany each other really well, these two flavours. I'll say, but the flip side of that is, you're not really tasting white chocolate. You are tasting sort of like obviously you are tasting it technically, but I mean, you don't really sort of detect the white chocolate as such. It's more like you're just having sort of strawberries and cream, really, if you know what I mean. Obviously not literal cream, but it's more of a sort of flavour rather than a white chocolate with something, if that makes sense. I think that's probably what you'd be expecting, really. Yeah, it's a funny one. I think actually might not be far wrong there with my rating. I think I don't think it's going to blow your socks off, is the gist of it. I do think it's really nice, though. I think it does really work well. And I think you are getting pretty much what you expect from it. I don't think it's going to disappoint you at all. The strawberry flavour is a really good strawberry flavour, and it's crammed full of pieces, as you've seen. Really is crammed full of pieces. I don't think really you could be disappointed at all with it. I think it's just, as I say, I think it's just the fact that it's yeah. There's nothing really negative to say. I just think it's just not got a wow factor, really. It just does what it does really well. You know what I mean? And I think for that reason, yeah, it probably is a 4.5 out of 5. You're right, Andrew. Yeah, it's it's probably 4.5. I think I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, say 4.5, because I think it does exactly what you'd expect really well, and it tastes just like you'd expect. It's full of stuff. It's really nice. I just think it's sort of missing. I don't know. It's not really missing anything. It is what it is, and that's it really. Yeah. So and it sounds worse than I mean it. I just mean that there's nothing on it to sort of blow your socks off, whatever. But it does taste really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, it is really nice. It doesn't have that sickly white chocolate taste either, because I say white chocolate's not a prominent taste to it. It's more the strawberries with the accompanying white chocolate, and it doesn't really. I'd say the other one, the main white chocolate bar, you can really get a flavour of the white chocolate, better and worse, as explained before. But yeah, it was very nice. Yes, I think we'll have to do the actual symbol. Hang on, it's not official yet. There we go. 4.5 out of 5. There we go. Yeah. There you go. You see, Andrew. Yes, yeah, good. You did well. They did well. You see, it just proves I didn't just try to be fickle and change my mind as well to prove you wrong. Yeah. So, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, Lidl's old Belleron brand, you say? Ah, okay, right. Funny that, isn't it, how they've changed it? I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? They've just make it up, don't they? You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything, does it? It doesn't. It's just you just renamed it to make it sound more interesting. I mean, rather than, because the whole thing itself could just say Lidl on it, couldn't it? Really? Yeah. But obviously, don't want to say that. So yeah, I'd say yeah. Same used to be different. You say bigger squares, 2 per row. Yeah, and the calligraphic Belleron logo one. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess it does say thin carry on it now, so yeah, so that's obviously why they changed it at least that far as it's concerned, of course. But yeah, I think I prefer the smaller squares. I think there was a bar. What was it? Was it I think it was the low fat, low sugar ones we had last week, wasn't it, or the week before? from Aldi where they had the big squares. And to be honest with you, I do prefer the smaller ones because I just think it's easy to eat and it, stops you eating too bigger squares and stuff like that. But yeah, but yeah, you're right. They are, aren't they? Yeah, all the shops are doing it now. You're right, Andrew. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a bit. It's a funny one, isn't it? I can understand why they do it though. I mean, I must say, it does make it sound more exciting, doesn't it? Because I guess it's because of the fact, like as you say, a lot of people were, buying things from farms and stuff like that. And it was called, I don't know, Maggie's Natural Farm or something like that, or whatever. I don't know. And obviously the supermarkets realised that people like that, and they sold this weird, paper bags and stuff. And that's yeah. So yeah. Funny one, but branding is so powerful, isn't it? And it just goes to show. I can't remember the exact example I was thinking of, but there was something where I just realised, yeah, I mean, I know I'm susceptible to it anyway, but I like to sometimes think that I would bypass a brand. But there was something the other day where I just, not just go for a branded thing, but I just remember there was something the other day where I thought, yeah, you know what, that's, I'm only thinking that's a viable alternative to whatever I was going for because I've seen the branding somewhere. It wasn't, and it was just wasn't anything to do with anything else. And it's really frustrating that that's the case, really. Yeah, So well, there we go. I don't know. It's just the way it is, isn't it? I think. Move this white chocolate away. Right, so there we go. So nice those. I think, yeah, Andrew, I definitely would. Well, everyone really, but I know Andrew's a fan of white chocolate, and obviously it does mention about the Lidl products as well. Definitely check out that white chocolate. Yeah, it's very, but just interesting to the by which I mean, well, check them both out. Of course, this one was really nice, but this one, well, I'd say just see if you find that weird taste to it, that strange taste. But it was very nice other than that. But I think let's say Milky Bar chocolate for me still, was nice just because it didn't have that taste. But that did catch in my throat a bit more than that one did. So, but I'll say that one just a bit of an odd taste there. Yeah, this was in the actual white chocolate one. It was just the other one didn't have it because, as I say, the strawberry flavouring just overpowered any kind of and it was, which is what you'd want from that. It's not a negative in that respect, but there we go. Right, so yes, so we've done. So I didn't get any other thin carry stuff. Now maybe I will do in the future. I think I didn't when I first went into Lidl because I thought I wouldn't just get all the plain. So I was looking for more specific chocolate things, more like the sort of like the strawberries and cream, well, not strawberries and cream, but the strawberries and white chocolate, things like that. You see, so I wasn't just getting their plain stuff. So maybe I will go back in at some point and get them. But we're going on to now the JD Gross stuff or Gross. Yeah. So this is their upmarket range basically. So there are more thin carry stuffs out there, but they were also like creamy milk chocolate and milk chocolate and things. And I just didn't think. I don't know. I thought I'd just go for the white chocolate and the strawberries and white chocolate because I thought it sounded a bit more. They're a bit more divisive. I would have said a bit more things that have more of a chance to either be really good or not be as good. Whereas sort of white, just plain chocolates and things like that. But having said that, I did review all those for Aldi, and I did find a nice surprise there. So maybe I was a bit too presumptuous there. So I might go back at some point for maybe a little part 4 or something. Yeah. So who knows? We'll see. But yes, there's definitely more to be got there. But yeah. So maybe I made a mistake there. But anyway, right. So we'll start. I've got a few things here. So what have we got here? Yeah. Well, we've just done strawberry, so we'll go on to JD Gross's raspberry one here. So this is 70% cocoa, so this is very much a sort of dark chocolate. Well, it's dark chocolate. One here, so interesting one. Now we had a JD. It wasn't JD Gross. It was the Mossa Roth sort of chocolate bars from Aldi last week we did. Now they do arrange like this as well, typically Mossa Roth, and some they have similar flavours really. I'm not sure if they're the raspberry one, but they do have sort of like the same kind of stuff really. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. So, but they have them in different bars. I think this might be just one solid bar. I'm not sure. Yeah, now this one's good. It looks good. I have to say, it does look good. Overpowers the raspberry a bit. Yeah. I think. Well, this is it. Sometimes that can happen. But as you say, it still can be nice. Yeah. So if the raspberry overpowers the dark chocolate. But yeah, as I say, so it still can be nice, of course. Although 70% dark chocolate, you would expect the dark chocolate to be quite prominent there, so we'll see. Yeah, dark chocolate with 6% raspberry pieces, it says. Yeah, okay, right. So, yeah. A bit funny, that one. It should say... Well, with 6%, right, okay, yeah, okay. I was probably being a bit pedantic there. Cocoa size 70% minimum, there we go. Rice flour 0.5%. Concentrated raspberry puree. Okay. So it's got concentrated raspberry puree in there as well, and raspberry pieces. So does that mean that there's more than 6% raspberry in it? So it's a bit of a funny one, that, isn't it? I guess it's just in the chocolate. Maybe they've mixed in raspberry puree as well. So there's actually might be more raspberry than you think, maybe. So per 100 grams, it's 552 calories. So basically right on the top end of the 500 to 550 scale that I've sort of made up myself, but from my experience of reviewing these chocolates. So it's pretty much above average, really. Or above the top end, rather. Or typical top end. 39.3 grams of fat, 23.6 of which are saturates. And per 12.5 grams, and per square, 69 calories, 4.9 grams of fat, 3 of which are saturates. Yeah, what's the weightage? 125 gram block as well. Not quite as heavy as the other one we just did. Fair trade again. Anything else of interest? Lidl. JD Gross. What does it say on that? Like it's German, I think. 1809 to 1915. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So it's the date isn't today's date. It's like so I don't know what's is that a commemoration or something? I don't know. Funny. Don't know. Can't see what the end date is. It's sort of rubbed off a bit, but yeah. Funny that. I don't know. Okay. Right. Let's go down a bit. So yeah, a funny way of opening this one. I think it opens from the front, which is interesting. I'm excited about this one, has to be said. I'm excited for it. There's white chocolate everywhere, or something. I don't know what that is. White chocolate? Not sure. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Right. Okay. Let's move stuff away a bit, so we've got a bit of a cleaner space. Right, let's have a look. So that's an interesting one, this one. Does look interesting. See how it copes with the camera copes with this one. Yeah. Raspberries always have a strong flavour. Wait for the raspberry Jaffa cakes next. Yeah, we had raspberry. We had strawberry, didn't we? I don't know if we had raspberry, have we? Yeah. I do like raspberry though. I like raspberry jam and things like this. I would have thought I'd prefer strawberry, but I think I prefer raspberry really. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. That's what it looks like. What does it say there at the bottom? I didn't read that. Made with the finest cocoa blend, I think it says. Yeah. Doesn't say on the sides this time. It's got the barcodes on 3 of the sides this time. You think that would mean it had the name on one side, but it doesn't. But I guess it's a thinner bar. So like the way it opens this side here, which is quite nice. So glued down in 3 places, which is interesting. Okay, I like this. Slide it out. So it means you could technically reseal it to an extent. Yeah, I think maybe they would. Yeah, I don't think. I was thinking maybe you could reseal it with these. But I don't think you can. If you could, it'd be a bit difficult. I think they're meant to come off generally. So can I just take it out? There we go. Yeah, that's quite nice. Comes out quite easily. It's got wrapping paper style foil on it, but it's a bit thicker than the last lot, so it feels a bit less like foil, more like wrapping paper this time. Yeah. Yeah, raspberry Jaffa cakes. Is that them, Andrew? I have tried their Jaffa cakes. It must be raspberry then. Not too bad. Well, I think did we review them? I think we reviewed them, didn't we? In the I reviewed the orange ones, I think, but I did have the raspberry ones to review separately. But I don't think I did that Jaffa cake one in the end. Yeah. Yeah, they're okay. I think it's just the general Jaffa cake recipe that Vidal used. I'm not as big a fan of. I think I just prefer Vitti's or whatever it is. But yeah, but they are still nice though. They are nice. I do love the packaging for Vidal's Jaffa cakes. The way it's like a resealable affair, whatever. You lift it up, don't you? And I really like that. That's really good. But yeah, it does look very nice, doesn't it, Joe? Yes, you can see it's got JD Gross on it as well. On it, just a bit of. It's just the name JD Gross. It just really does sound made up. You know, it just sounds made up. You know, I don't know. It's got like some dates on the front of it, but I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's. I don't know. Yeah, not sure. Anyway, that means something, of course. Right, there we go. So let's open it. Oh wow, yeah. So here we go. So maybe these are sort of more like the square sizes you're thinking of before, and maybe obviously this is a different brand, but you know, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Then you can see the camera's coping with this one a lot better. So that's pretty much accurate to how it looks. It's got the sort of off. Is that sort of red? No, it's like a. I don't know, like a. Yeah, obviously not a t-shirt or anything. It's just, you know, like there's dark chocolate sometimes there's sort of like a tint to make it look a bit. Chocolatey then, but you know what I mean. Like a bit like a reddy brown sort of tint to it, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks very nice. Has a bit of a oily feel to it coming through for sure. I don't know if that's a raspberry flavouring, but it's definitely an oiliness to it. That's very nice. That's very interesting. Yeah, I like this sort of. I feel like it's overly complex. The sort of the JD Gross logo. I just feel like it just feels made up. It might not be, as I say, but it just feels like it's overly complicated and overly grand sounding, you know. And it just, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It might not be, of course. It might mean something and be an actual company and all sorts. But okay. So the width for this one, 8.7 centimeters in width. Okay, it's not flat, this one, so it's got some lips at the side. About 6.4 millimeters. And then in between, not massive. Reset it myself there, that's it. Reset it, but crushed it a bit. About 5.6. That's in between the segments. Not too bad then. Let's try that again. Yeah. Like crushing us a bit. Yeah, about 5. Between 5. I think it's more 5, I think, but yeah, a few millimeters in it there. 0.4 tenths of millimeters. Alright, this looks interesting. Let's just give it a measure down on the back as well. Where's the ruler? Okay, let's see. Yeah, about 21.6 centimeters. It's not flat at the sides, so I might lose a couple of millimeters here at the top. Yeah, about 21.5 now. It's not a millimeter, but yeah, not too bad. The others went straight here. I didn't really check those, but yeah, you can see here as well. Where's the box gone? So as it fits, how's it fare against the box? Pretty good, that. You can see there it's pretty much filling it exactly. There's just a like half a centimeter there. Yes, that's not bad at all. And the height is pretty accurate as well. To an extent, so I can show you. Hard to show you, but you can see. Well, it's not. You know, there's definitely some space, but it's not. It's acceptable, I think. Of that gap on the top, I don't think that's the problem. All right, let's give it a snap. Let's see. So, okay. Bit of chocolate coming off my hand there. You see. All right, there we go. So can't see any nice crack there. Don't you hear that? Nice snap. Yeah, dark chocolate big squares. Yes. Amazing woody design as well, like an old door. You're right. It does actually. Yeah, I see what you're saying like that. Yes. Imagine like a handle on it. Yeah. Yeah. Some panels or something. It could be panels from the doors or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, dark chocolate big squares. Yes. That's interesting. I can't see any raspberry pieces though. Just give my hands a bit of a wipe. Just getting a chocolate everywhere. Yeah, I can't see any raspberry pieces. That might be one there. The sense of that. That little white bit or dark bit there. Not sure. Well, it could be these little bits that are just, there's one there. Little, could be cocoa nib. Not sure. I'm not seeing much by the way of visible raspberry. As I say, I don't know. That could be something, that little sticky out bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, focuses in on that. Focusing on the background stuff. But yeah, let's give it a bit of a snap. It's melting a bit. Yeah, I think that probably is. You can see there's another one there, like that. Those little knobbly bits. There's one there. One there. And then one here as well. So maybe that's raspberry flavour. We'll give that a try. Right, let's lift myself up then, give it a taste. So, yeah, so it's melting a bit, this one. Yeah, I do have a cloth to wipe my hands, but it's covered in white chocolate. Okay, just there. Right. Okay, let's lift myself up. Yeah, an interesting one for sure, this one. I'm excited about this one. Yeah. So Andrew says the raspberry is quite a prominent flavour. So yeah, which I wouldn't have expected, I have to say. Look, where's the? Can't see the. I'm opening the thing to change the. Oh, there it is. It's gone behind the window for some reason. There we are. Okay. just tried to change the brightness and the window opened up. I couldn't see the window and it opened about 50 times. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. In fact, once it higher up, don't we? Yeah. Okay. Right, there we go. Let's give this a taste then. Yeah, so nice big squares. Should be a good one. Right. We'll taste half a square first. So let's give it a go. Let's say quite excited about this one. It should be quite good. I mean, definitely looks interesting. So it's got a nice dark chocolate smell, but maybe hints of raspberry. But you know, I think if I wasn't looking for it, I might not be able to tell. All right, let's give it a go. The raspberry flavour is quite prominent. Yeah. And the dark chocolate sort of catches up. It's a bit it's a funny one. When you first taste it, you get sort of more of a raspberry. But as time goes on, as it melts in your mouth, the dark chocolate really gets released and you get like a very rich dark chocolate taste actually. Works quite well. I think the raspberry pieces, I don't know if they're sort of very soft. Felt like I was getting some soft pieces there. I don't know if it was raspberry or whether I was just imagining it, but not bad. I think this is balanced quite well. I think this one does work quite well actually. I think, you know, I know maybe saying Andrew that you might feel like the raspberry overpowers it a bit too much, but I mean it does at first, and you might feel like it's going to stay that way. But after a while, the dark chocolate really does take over, and yeah, it gets a very rich taste going on there. Yeah, and that is a raspberry piece. I just tried to bite it off, and it's very chewy. You can clearly see there. Well, you can't clearly see. Yeah, maybe you can now. Yeah, that raspberry piece there, so you can see it's slightly red coloured. Yeah, so they are sort of like little chewy pieces. This works really well. Yeah, as I say, those raspberry pieces, they are a bit chewy. You get a bit of a chew every now and again, but not too much really. So they are missable. It'd be nice if they were texturally more prominent. So I don't know if taste-wise, I would like them to be more prominent. But yeah, this is pretty good. This, as I say, when you first bite it, eat it, get a pretty much, I wouldn't say a massively strong raspberry taste, but it's obviously still there with dark chocolate. But it's only when it melts and dissolves in your mouth a bit more that you get the dark chocolate come through. I think it works pretty well, and for 70% dark chocolate, I don't think it tastes that strong either. So for me, yes, it's nice. It's a nice dark chocolate, this one. I think it works really well. The flavour, I think the raspberry flavour is nice. I think it might be nice if it was a bit more prominent in the texturally, if it was a bit more prominent, I think. Maybe, but I think it's a flavour combination. It's really nice. Yeah, I think it works really well, this one. What can I give it really? I mean, it's a stronger dark chocolate, so for me, I'm not as massive a fan of stronger dark chocolates. But it's tempered really well, this one, actually. I think it is really, I do recommend this one. I just kind of wish the raspberry piece is a bit more prominent or a bit more obvious, you know, because they are there, but there's not much of a chew. I mean, you do taste the chewy bit, so I don't feel like it tastes massively of raspberry. It's more the raspberry puree, whatever it is inside the chocolate, rather than the pieces. Yeah, there's not a massive raspberry taste, but it's there. As I say, it comes in waves. As I say, you get the raspberry first. You might not necessarily know it's raspberry either, which is the other thing. But then, as I say, you do get the flood of sort of rich dark chocolate afterwards. But it's but it mixes together well. It's really nice. Yeah. Would it be better to refrigerate? I don't think so. You know, I think it's quite nice as it is. Really, yeah. I don't think it's not melting loads today. I mean, it's just because I'm handling it this time. It's a natural meltage, I think you'd say. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Joe. I think it is a 4 out of 5. I think, yeah. But it is a 4 out of 5, I think. But I think if you're a massive dark chocolate fan, yeah, I think you would definitely give it a 5 out of 5. I think. I mean, just for me, it's just, I don't know. Well, you might not. I'm not sure. It's just, I feel like it's not quite strong in any particular area, which is its which is sort of like its good points and its bad points. It means it's good because it's really blended well together. The raspberry and the dark chocolate work really well together, but you're not really getting much of a raspberry taste. Really, I think you get quite a good dark chocolate taste actually, but well, maybe not. Yeah. As I say, maybe not what you're expecting for 70%, but I think you probably want it to be tempered in this case. I think if you just wanted 70% dark chocolate, I don't think you'd want it to be flavoured anyway. So I think it's just more the raspberry is perhaps just a bit affected by it. It's just, it's not. There's something there, but not necessarily raspberry from the taste. You only know from looking at the packaging, but there's definitely something there. And I just think the chewy bits don't taste of much of anything. But I think it's yeah, I don't think this one. I mean, if you just like chocolate generally, better refrigerated, then yes, I think it would taste better. But I don't think it needs to be refrigerated. No, I think it's quite a nice bite and snap to it as it is. I think it does melt a bit though, so I can see why you asked that, AB. Yeah, but I don't think it does need it. Obviously, if you live in, I don't know, ridiculously hot places, then yes. But yeah, it's definitely on the sort of more meltier side of a sort of dark chocolate, I think, for 70%. I don't think you normally expect it to be so melted in the hand. But yeah, that was nice. That I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it was a good one. That one. I'd say it just seemed like it wasn't quite. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It was. I say its negatives were also its positives. Basically, is the gist of it. So it was a complicated one. That one. Yeah. Okay. Right. So what have we got? Hang on. So yeah. So we go. Yes. So we've got yeah, orange and almond now as well. Now they do. Now most of Roth, the Aldi equivalents, do one as well. So yeah, so they do one at Aldi as well. It's the same size, but I think it is slightly different insofar as this one's like individually wrapped bars. This one's a full chocolate, so they are different. And I think the cocoa percentage was different as well. So just for record, it's 50%, 56% minimum there. You can see cocoa solids, just in between the orange lines. And in this one, it is 52%. So they're not just the same bar repackaged as you might consider. 52, it just says it above where it says allergy advice. It says 52% minimum. Yeah. Yeah, so there we go. So just for reference. Right, so it's very, very, very similar. That's the sort of, I don't know, cocoa ingredients. This was only 56%, this one, so it's a lot less strong as the other one. Yeah. Interesting how they've decided to go for 56 in this one and not for the other. I don't know why. It implies there's some thought been taken to it, but not just using the same chocolate. But I don't know. Yeah, it seems odd. Now, yeah, this one was suitable for vegetarians. It says produced in Germany. This was the one we just did. Keep away from direct sunlight. But this one actually is suitable for vegans as well. Suitable for vegetarians and vegans. So there's something different. Does it say produced in Germany, this one? Yeah, on the additional information, last time it said produced in Germany. It doesn't say that this time. Yes. And look at this. It says there, look. Yeah, the fair trade cocoa may be mixed with non-certified cocoa on a mass balanced basis. So basically, you might not be having fair trade chocolate, or there's additional chocolate in it. So yeah, yeah. So all right, looks interesting though. As I say, it just annoys me. I don't want to keep labouring the point, but it's just there could be like 1% fair trade chocolate in this and 99% non-fair trade or whatever. There's nothing. I don't know what the legal limits to be able to say fair trade on it is, or whether they even have to have any in it, or whether they're just saying it's just there because they support fair trade, like they do with the recycling they sometimes have. And yeah, so I don't know. Depending on the symbol. But yeah, per 100 grams, 573 calories, so definitely above the 500 to 550 range that's typical for chocolate. 39.4 grams of fat, 22 of which are saturates. Then per 12.5 grams per square, 72 calories, 4.9 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. 10 servings. 10 squares. Well, yeah, good point, Joe, actually, because you might not have all this going on where you are, really, because it's, there's just the fads are different, aren't they, really? But yeah, basically, it's a thing now, really, for people, say a thing. I don't know how to describe this without being offensive to anyone, really. But I mean, basically, it's quite, it's not uncommon for it, and it's probably on trend, I think you'd say, but it's perhaps a disservice to people who are vegan and the way they treat it and their lifestyle and things. But it is, yeah, for for better or worse, it's basically a trendy thing to be vegan, essentially, and to have your products be vegan and to look vegan and to have all the things that come across with it. So you're talking like things coming in carb. You know, you've seen some of these vegan bars. You know, like I don't know if you've seen the ones. I've reviewed a couple of them, I think, and they come in like rather than like a vegan Galaxy bar, it comes in a sort of cardboard packaging rather than. In fact, I've got one. I'll just show you. I've got like it's not a Galaxy one. It's a Bounty one, but I can show you. So you know how Bounty normally looks. Yeah, I've got it down here anyway. Hopefully I have. Yes. There you go. Yeah. So normally chocolate bars come in like a a typical. Yeah. So let's say something like this. They come in like that. But when it's a vegan one, they come in a cardboard wrapper like this, just because it's vegan, and it's, I don't know, seems to be sort of, yeah, it's got, you know what I mean? It's just the branding, the way it's branded, and yeah. So basically, it is a thing. There's been adverts on television now for vegan barbecue stuff, and it's a lot more common for things to be vegan. There's vegan sections all over the place and stuff like that. It is a thing now, It's not just a sort of fringe. Thing anymore, So yeah, so it is a thing basically, yeah, and it's becoming more popular. But there's money to be made from it basically. You can essentially charge more money for something that's aimed at being vegan is the gist of it. Whereas in the old days, you could have said that was probably because it was quite rare for things to be vegan. But nowadays, it is a sort of, as I say, it's it's a trend essentially, unfortunately, yeah. And in that respect, for all the good that comes with it, but the bad as well. So it's people have basically they just, as I say, make a chocolate bar look like this, and I don't know, have this packaging charge you more than the otherwise would get. And there you go, like deliciously vegan, and yeah, there you are. You can see. The modelly though, what I do laugh about these sort of Galaxy ones and Mars ones generally, you'll see in the top it says may contain milk. I mean, in massive letters. I mean, I don't get it. Yeah, that, to me that's just going against the whole thing. That it has to say that. So, I mean, it's like a vegetarian thing that says might contain meat. That's not good enough, is it? That's not good enough. I don't. So yeah, it's beyond me, all this sort of stuff. To me, that makes no sense at all to have, and that sort of, to me, proves the point that it's not really, I mean, there are genuine vegans out there who won't eat that, but there are people there who perhaps like the lifestyle or like the image of it, and so that doesn't matter. The fact that it isn't vegan potentially doesn't matter. And that's defeats the whole point of it. So it's just, yeah, it boggles the mind to an extent, really. So yes, yeah. So there we go. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Exactly. Yes. Hi, Lee. Sorry, Lee, I missed your question. A couple basically, 2 or 3 left. 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 left. Nice, I'm good to see you. Glad you could make it. We were just having a bit of a talk about vegan bars, but yeah, exactly, Joe. Yeah, may contain milk. I mean, it's a farce, that, isn't it? And it just, as I say, proves. Yeah, that's what I mean about it being more of a trend rather than a serious thing. It's well, in my opinion, I don't know. As I say, there are people who take it seriously and things, but it just boggles the mind. It just boggles the mind. As I say, it's like a vegetarian thing saying may contain meat. Blows my mind. I don't know. Well, boggles my mind. What does both? But there we go. Hi, hope you're doing okay, Sean. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you again. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it is, AB. Yeah, maybe it is something like that. I mean, it could be the fact it's like, it's the fact that technically. I mean, I assume what it really means. It's like in the factory that has peanuts and stuff, and you have to say it might contain traces of peanut in. I don't know if that's what they're really trying to say. But the thing is, it's not really the point, is it? I say you wouldn't accept that if you're a vegetarian eating meat. You would, if it said may contain meat because there could be meat particles in the air. That's exactly what you don't want, So yeah. But there you go, Rig. Yes, a sneak peek. Hopefully I'll get that reviewed at some point. I've had it for some time now, so I need to get it done. Yeah, it's got well in date though, so that's good. Yeah, a bit of a sneak peek there. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so there we are. Yes, and I've got them all, Sham. I've got them all. Yes, I had them. Where have they gone? Yeah, I posted a picture of them in thing. I'm going to review them this week, but I've got them all. Where have they gone? disappeared. I must have put them away somewhere. I had them on the table before, but yeah, I don't know where they've gone. I don't know where I put them. Well, I do have them all anyway, but yeah, they've disappeared. I don't know where. I've not lost them. Well, I did have them. I got them today, basically. I honestly don't know where they've gone. I've got the orange digestives here. I've got them ready to go. I think I must have put them in. I must have packed them away because I just had chocolates everywhere. So, but yes, I've got them. I've got them all. I'm going to review them hopefully today, tomorrow probably, and get them out this week. Fingers crossed, all going well. So yeah, so very excited for those. Very excited. Yes, dark milk brownies and caramel brownie cake. I think. Is that yeah? I saw those actually today. Yes, I was going to get them, and I didn't get them basically. I don't know why. I just thought, yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, I possibly will get around to them maybe when I next go around the shops. Yeah, I just didn't get them. I don't know, because normally the cake bars have quite a small, smaller window for the sell by date. So I just thought, what with all the stuff going on, yeah, I was a bit unsure whether they'd be any good or not as well. That was the other thing as well. Yes, possibly Sharon. Well, they might sort of be in spirit because I might have reviewed them by then. So I'll probably keep. I was saying before actually, I might just keep the wrapper out and yeah. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so we'll see. So dark chocolates with 6% almond pieces and candied orange peel. So this sounds quite interesting, doesn't it? Almonds 1%, and almonds 1% orange peel. Citric acid. Dark chocolate taste, cocoa size 56% minimum. There we go. So I think we kind of spoke about that before. So we'll give this an open. Let's go down and give it an open. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and give them a review actually, AB. I will try and do it actually. To be honest with you, I was thinking maybe they weren't new and they'd been out before, and that was the main reason actually why I didn't get them. I thought maybe they just, I don't know, maybe just those typical ones that perhaps have been around for ages and maybe I just missed them. But yeah, but if they're new ones, I'd like to try and get them reviewed. So I might grab them again if I can. Yeah, just trying to fit them all in, because even if I get them, it's whether I can get around to reviewing them. That's the problem. So I'm trying to be careful now, but it's impossible. Yeah. Yeah, should be quite a bit. Yeah, Sham. Yes, I did get a few things today. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, should be quite a bit. Right, there we go. So we got the same things as before. Give it an open. It's the same affair. Same nice sort of expensive wrapping paper, you'd say, rather than just foil. It feels more like wrapping paper. JD Gross written on it, or Gross, or Grosser. Not sure you'd yeah. Not sure I pronounce it, but there we go. There you go. You can just see it. Yeah, there we go. Right, so let's give this an open. Wow, let's look at that. Yeah, so lots of pieces in this one. I think it's safe. The bottom's anything to go by. Yeah, there's a nice wow. Very much a nice orange, zesty smell coming from. But this one's definitely full of pieces. You can see it's a bit lighter than the other one as well. So definitely, you can grab the other one. You can see you can see the difference in colour. It's got that sort of wooden door effect, but you can definitely see this one's darker, can't you, than this one? So yeah, yeah. Right. So we'll give it the measure again. It will be the same as before, of course, because it's exactly the same. But we will give it the measure. Yeah, definitely. I think this one looks a bit more exciting than the other one, just by the fact it's got so much bits in it. 8.7 centimeters in width. The sort of height of the squares. About 6.4. It was about 6.3 a second ago, but millimeters. And in between. Yeah, that was about 5 millimeters. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Yes. In Leicester, you see. I see what, permanently or just today, Sharon? Is that, yeah. Yes, good football team there. Right, let's have a look. Yes, it's about 21.6 centimetres again, or 21.5, I think, more give or take. Let's see how it compares to the box. So it'll be exactly the same as before. Half a centimetre, which is acceptable. I think something like half a centimetre. Yeah. Not too bad. And height as well. The height seems, I can tolerate the height a bit more. I think it's not quite flat, but there is obviously the wrapping paper that's inside as well. Yeah. Not bad, that. Not bad. Acceptable. Yeah. Yeah, only 50% quite light. Yeah, 85%, yes. Wow, yeah, so you're a massive dark chocolate. Yeah, yeah, 85%. Wow, so it was 85%. I can't believe it was that strong actually. I forgot how strong it was. But yeah, it was it wasn't too bad for 85% actually. I think it worked pretty well. Yeah, just today you say, Sham. I hope you're having a nice time there. I've never been there. Oh, look at that. Yes, you can see the almond pieces there. It's got candied orange. Yeah, there's definitely lots of pieces in this one. More than the ones in the raspberry one. I don't know why I didn't put more pieces in the raspberry one. We can see all the almonds there as well. Can't specifically see any orange peel. I assume it's there. Let's have a look. Yeah, Ferrero Rocher. I don't think I've ever reviewed those. Something to look out for. Yes. There should be AB. There should be. It just says 1% orange peel, though. It says 1%. So it says 6% almond pieces and candied. I think the orange peel might be quite difficult to see because it's candied orange peel. I think it might be. You see, there's like little lighter specks. It won't be 1 second. It won't be a moment. I think someone's trying to get through my door. I think it won't be a second. Oh, hello there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. I think I'm back now. You can see my hands. Yes. Sorry about that. Someone was at the door. It was a little boy selling some chocolate. I had to say I'd already got loads of chocolate. Honestly, but I felt a bit bad really. I feel like I should have bought some, to be honest with you. But there we go. But I couldn't really because I was doing this as well. So there we are. Typical though, really. Oh, bit of a nice thing. Okay, so I'm back. So apologies for that. Yes, okay, yeah, so I don't know whether, let's see. Unusual that, forget, I felt a bit bad really about that. I would have liked to have probably bought something normally, but as I say, didn't have any change on me, and also was in the middle of a live review, so yeah. Okay, yeah, I can't see any, yeah, I can't see any orange peel in it. So I don't know, if it's just those lighter bits that you can see every now and again. Let's have a look if it'll focus in on those. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's meant to be orange peel in there, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to give it a bite, I think, and find out. That's the way we've got to do it. I know it is a bit, isn't it? Yeah, it was a strange one. I think it was like a little boy with his dad. I think they were just, I don't know. They probably just had some. They were kind of, just having a sort of little. I can't think. How do you describe it? Like when you just sort of just want to do like a little father-son type thing. That kind of thing. Definitely they were seriously making money from it, but it was quite cute. But I thought, yeah. But it is, you're right, I've never had it before, so it's a bit unusual. Right, okay. Right, so let's give it a taste then. Yeah, Ferrero Rocher, I would like to do sham. Yes, I think I did try to, well, I've aimed to do it at one point, but I never got round to it. So yes, this is one I'd like to do. But yeah, I really can't see any, I can only assume the orange peel is either very subtle, or you just can't, it's just not easily visible, readily visible, how you'd say. Well, it's the same colour as the almonds, and it just looks like almonds. But I wouldn't have thought that would be the case. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. So I'll get a bigger section. It's very zesty. You can definitely taste the You can definitely taste the orange orange flavour there. More so than the almonds, even though there's loads of almonds in there. I can't really taste any almonds, to be honest with you. You can see that one there. You see that piece there doesn't look as almondy as that piece, does it? You know what I mean? That's definitely like a white piece there. We can use the chocolate to. There you go. It's focused in. See what I mean? There's like sort of whiter pieces and there's almond pieces and there's that very clear white piece. I don't know whether that's like orange peel, but you can see there's definitely a difference there. That's not an almond piece for sure. Yeah, look, when I snapped it, you can see it kind of came off there into two, but it was very thin. You know, it's like a little sugar piece or something. So I don't know if that's like a, I don't know if that's the orange piece. What's it referred to it as? It says candied orange peel. So I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know if that's the actual orange peel. So we go. Yeah, I just kind of licked it and it just kind of dissolved really. So I think that might be the orange bits really. Just these weird little white pieces every now and again. I'm not sure. Because when you look at them, you can see in this bit as well, there's like a white bit on the end of, on the right as you look. Compared to the almond bit. It's clearly distinct. I think they must be the orange pieces, I think, or the orange flavourings or something. Yeah, I'm a big fan of chopped almonds generally. I'm not, you know, it's not my ingredients of choice, but and this one, it's more like I mean, the orange is such a good flavour. It's a bit it's more like the almonds is just for the texture really. They don't detract like chopped almonds might normally do for me, because you know, they just taste a bit sort of well, I'm gonna say woody, but I did get a bit of a almondy taste through then. But yeah, generally it's orange. I don't know. I think the almonds don't really need to be there really. You can't really taste them. Yeah. I don't know what, just more for texture really. I think I prefer if it's like sort of chewy, like a bit like the last one I had, like chewy raspberry pieces, you know. I mean, I don't know if orange and almonds is a thing, because as I say, they do it in the Mosser range as well. Maybe in Germany it is, I don't know. But yeah, it's okay, this one. I think this one, the last one was quite a strong dark chocolate. And it kind of, you know, this one's definitely a weaker dark chocolate, to the point where, to be honest with you, it's almost like it doesn't really need to be dark chocolate. You know, it's a bit too weak. I'm just basically getting, you know, that the orange taste really. It's not, the dark chocolate isn't strong enough to really be distinct in this case. So I think I do like it, but I just think I feel like it's perhaps not, other than not really having much of a flavour for the dark chocolate. You know, whereas if it was milk chocolate, you would definitely taste it. I think it's perhaps, yeah, I don't know, it's the chocolate's just more of a vessel really to eat it, you know, where I think I'm really just getting the orange taste with a bit of crunchy bits. I mean, it's clearly dark chocolate, you know, but it's just not, you know, I'm not tasting any richness of the dark chocolate, unlike in the last one. Yes, I do like it. I think it's perhaps, I just think it's perhaps not one thing or another is the gist of it, other than the orange. Yeah, your first time you've seen the match as well, AB. Yeah, this is the first time for me. Oh, sorry, not AB, Jow. This is the first time, yeah, I've seen it as well, Jow. And well, I have to say it's the first time. I've got it twice now with with Mosser and JD Gross. They've both done it, but they're both, I think the original. Well, I don't know. They both sound German. I think they're Lidl and Aldi are German, I think. But yeah, so a bit of a, yeah, I feel like it's just neither one thing or another. Yeah, you know, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like you can really taste the almonds in it, you know, which isn't a problem for me, but if you were a fan of almonds, I don't know, you can get the texture and things. And I feel like the dark chocolate, I don't know, it's just, I feel like, you know, I'd probably prefer to have the orange Bourneville, which is a bit more of a sweeter taste and kind of has a bit less of the orange in it. But like when the orange is there, it just works a bit better. The sort of chewiness of the ingredients, because it's a bit more of a chewy scent. This is just flavoured, really. It says it's got orange peel in it, but I can't, you know, there's no chew in it. Yeah. So it's yeah, a bit of fun. Yes, yeah. What do you mean by? Do you mean the Lion Bar, Shine, or do you mean like Lions as in? Is it an ice cream company? Lions Made, I think it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not sure which one you mean there. But yeah, yeah, interesting one, this one. yeah, an interesting one. I don't know what to rate it. I quite like it, but I just feel like it's not really one thing or another. I feel as a dark chocolate fan, you might be a bit disappointed it's not quite as rich, and I feel like if you weren't a dark chocolate fan, you probably wouldn't have gone for it really. And I feel there's not many almonds in it. I feel like the Bourneville with orange is a better option here. And I say the almonds don't really add much. They had a bit of crunch, and they're quite prevalent, but you don't really taste them. And I say the orange taste is so strong. It's not strong, but it's prevalent, so prevalent. I still like it though. It makes my mouth water quite a lot as well. Yeah. What I think? I think I'm gonna say it's a high 3.5 a loaf. I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 5. I think it's probably doing a bit of a disservice. It's actually quite nice. Actually quite I quite like it. I quite like it, but I feel like it's just the fact it's just not really one thing or another. I just feel like it, even though it tastes nice, I feel like it's almost a pointless product. I don't feel like it's ticking boxes enough for the people who do buy it. You know what I mean? But I do still like it. I mean, taste wise, it's probably it's not as bad as it sounds from 3.5 out of 5. But I just feel like I don't know. It just feels like it's I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's strong enough in any area really. I'd say if you like orange flavouring, then there's better orange products out there. There's better dark chocolate products out there, and there's better almond products out there. So I can't really rate it higher than that. Even though it sort of as a whole works okay. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, sorry, Joe. Did you guess 3.5 out of 5 before I said it? Yeah. But you're right. Sorry, I didn't see that. You got it twice right today, so well done. Lion's Coconut Mellows. Not heard of those before, Sham. Yes, not heard. I know you like. I know you do like marshmallow stuffs. Yeah, not heard of those before. Not that. Well, I might have seen them, but I don't remember seeing them. Is it specific to a certain shop or anything? I will try. I'll probably get the Mellow and Marsh first because they're the ones I can see and get. So they are on my list basically. Those ones at least. But yes, yeah. So right, I've got the salted caramel one this time. JD Gross, yes. So 70% cocoa, so back up there. Not 85%, but 70%. Maybe the finest cocoa blend, I guess it says, yes. We decided that before. It's a similar fare, same size, but salted caramel. So how is the salted caramel manifested? Let's have a look. How does it manifest itself? It's probably flavouring. Oh, crunchy caramel pieces. Dark chocolate, 15% crunchy caramel pieces. So it's a bit of a stronger dark chocolate this time, which I think will be better than the last one, because I think it'll make it more worthwhile. It does have vanilla extract in it. Did the other one have vanilla extract? Yeah. This one, the raspberry, have vanilla extract in. Where's the orange one gone? There it is. Vanilla extract. Yeah, that one had vanilla extract in as well. Yeah, okay, so they've all got vanilla extract in, better or worse, yes. A coffee one, yeah, that would be really good. Yes, that'd be really good. Yeah, a coffee one. Yeah, I know where Asda do a coffee one. I did get it a while back. Oh no, Morrison's. Yeah, so I don't think I have it for the Morrison's review, but maybe if I go back, I'll try and get it. I've got a few, things for Morrison's basically. So yeah. So yeah, but that is something I did laugh. Did I eat it? I'm not sure. Yeah, Magic Stars, yes, they are on the list as well. I don't know if I've ever done a UK Milky Way either. Crispy Rolls as well, Sham. I want to do the Milky Way sweet. But yeah, basically, long story short, Sham, I've got so much of a backlog, Difficult, really. I've got so many things I need to get out of the way. But yeah, I will try and do. But my priorities at the moment are the, I think probably the Cadbury's Creator Bars, Inventor Bars, whatever they are. Probably the Orange Digestives as well. And then some of the imported stuff I've got as well. So I need to, so I've got a few things top of my list of ones I need to review. But yeah, the other ones I do want to do, Sham. Yes, I do want to do those. Yeah, so there we go. So what's the other information for this one? Dark chocolate contains cocoa size 7% minimum. 100 grams, 543 calories. It's the only one that's below the 500 to 550 scale. Well, I'd say in it anyway. That's normally the case. 36.5 grams of fat, 22 which are saturates. Then per 12.5 grams. What is that? Is that a 6th or something? I think it's an 8th, isn't it? 68 calories, 4.6 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. I think it's an 820. Well, it's a 10th, isn't it? A 10th. Yeah. Okay. It's 125 gram bar. There we go. Zoned out a bit. Why is it not? Yeah. I don't know why it just suddenly decides not to focus in sometimes, but there we go. Okay. Yeah, so it's vegetarians, no vegans this time. Doesn't say specifically made in Germany. Fair trade. Maybe made with non-fair trade stuff. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Yeah, mixed reviews. Yeah, well, the event. To be honest with you, I think every inventor bar has always been a bit like that, hasn't it? I think there was one reasonable one, but I think generally, they've been a bit too. Yeah, they've been a bit too random sometimes for me, and yeah, they've always been okay. I think it's the gist of it. Never bad, but just okay. Yeah. Yeah, the banoffee one. Well, the banoffee one's got toffee in it or something, or it's got nuts in or something like that. So it ought, to me, automatically, the flavour, a good flavour. Well, it's just, I think it's just banana, isn't it? Is it banana? I can't remember. I think it's banana with, I think nuts or something, isn't it? I can't remember. Is it actually got toffee? Maybe it does. I can't remember now. But just of it is, yeah, it's included with a flavour that, with nuts or something, and to me that automatically isn't great. So like, I do want banana flavouring in a chocolate, but I don't want it with something random. I want it done well. Yeah, and brownie ones, they never pull off in chocolate generally because brownies are meant to be moist, and they never manage that. So even if they get regardless of the taste, the brownie's meant to be moist, and they can never do that. Yeah, banana with nuts. It's not for me, AB. I mean, Joe might like it, I think, but yeah, it's not. I must say, it's not for me. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it's not what I want from a banana chocolate bar. The one he did a few years back, as I say, that one Stephen Saunders mentioned it a few times, and it was one I liked as well. One of the Marvelous Creations range. I think it's banana with. Yeah, biscuit or something, or maybe pretzel or something. I think it's pretzels. I'm not sure. That was one that I did really like, and it worked a bit better. Yeah, I can't remember if it was specifically pretzels, but it did work anyway. That one. Yeah, perhaps it wasn't perfect though, but it worked. Yeah. Yeah, properly exciting Cadbury product. Yeah, difficult one, that one, actually. Difficult one. I'll just give this one an open while thinking about it. Yeah, not too... it's the same as the others, this one, by the way. It's got the same shenanigans going on. It's quite a nice presentation, as again. It's got the nice, sort of expensive wrapping paper. As in present wrapping paper that you get. It's not like foil. Chocolate bar, that was one for last time. Chocolate, yeah, that was the one I didn't mind from the Inventor bar, and that was the one I quite liked. It wasn't like, it didn't blow your socks off, but it was the one that was it wasn't messed about with. I didn't the last Chocolate bars ones. I mean, the coconut one was okay, but it needed a better ingredient with. I think I had like nice crunchy pieces, which I didn't think would be very good. But it needed something else better with it rather than what it had. I can't quite recall what it was now. Yeah. We just had nuts in again, but yeah, the chocolate one. But it didn't blow my mind, But it wasn't bad. I thought it was going to win that one. Or did it did win, didn't it? I can't remember. But yeah, there's nothing been too dramatic, to be honest with you, has there? I don't think. Yeah. Was it not? Was the cocoa one from the first one? Was it AB? I thought it was from the last one. Maybe it was from the first one then. Yeah. Must say I can't remember now. They do blend into one a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, Andrew. Really, what's the most exciting Cadbury one? Yeah, I don't think they've done anything that exciting, have they? Really? They've done some nice things. It's not like they've not done any nice things, but nothing. I wouldn't have said massive. I mean, the inventor bars, I guess, are quite exciting because the concept is quite good. It's like thinking, oh yes, something interesting is going to happen, but they're never always that great. It's the gist of it. But I say they're all right sometimes. I think I'd say the cocoa one was the one I liked the most because it was the coffee one. I quite liked the coffee one, and they didn't ruin it with silly other things as well. Whereas the other ones, The other ones you can tell mostly people are just throwing flavours together, and Cadbury just picks one at random, basically. Is the gist of it. I've always got that impression, really, because there's always been some ingredient that just doesn't really belong, or I didn't think was necessary. I think I said that when I reviewed one of them. You could just tell it was just thrown together, which is what it doesn't. That's fine. That's what it's about, really. But no one really thinks too much about it, I don't think. Okay, so 8.7 centimeters again. Diameter. I say again, it's roughly that last time, I'm sure. 6.2 millimeters in height, and in between. 4.8. Can get it off. About 5 millimeters. Yeah. yeah. I know it's. Yes. Well, did he? Well, he took it out quite some time ago, didn't he, Andrew? Unless he brought it back and then took it out again, which which is. I think you told me a while back he took it out. Unless I'd say they brought it back in again. Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely. This. I think the roses were really good a few years back. They really nailed it a few years back. It went a bit weird because he had about 5 caramels in it or something. But yeah, about 21.6 centimeters in length as well. And as I say, we'll just for completeness' sake, we'll just show you that it does fit pretty much well into the thing. I think it's quite difficult though to have an exciting product, really, because I must say, because even some of the nice stuff, I wouldn't necessarily say is exciting, so it's a bit difficult. Yeah, you can see it's quite just slightly over the edge there in the length, so not bad at all. Because I mean, the white chocolate, I know you were very excited for it, Andrew, but I wouldn't have said I was excited about the white chocolate, Terry's white chocolate orange, but I did really like it. I thought it was brilliant, but I wouldn't have said it was massively exciting, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know, so maybe I'm being a bit harsh on. Yeah, difficult one. Yes, well, that orange cream was a tragedy, though. That really was. Yeah, I mean, I must say it's one of those, isn't it? Because I must say, maybe I'm a bit hypocritical, really, because there isn't much variety in roses, but I do prefer it sometimes when they don't have anything too crazy that I don't like. So I mean, so maybe I'm being hypocritical. But having said that, I do like, I did like the old ones where they did have more variety. It's just sometimes, like the nutty ones I'm not a big fan of, but I can appreciate them being there. But it's the fact that, as you say, they've just taken out the ones that sort of the dark chocolates, or just ones that are slightly different. I don't know. Yeah, so it's been a bit funny. So maybe I was being a bit harsh on myself there, really. But yeah. Let's have a look. So you can see it's got salted caramel pieces in, basically crunchy caramel pieces, potentially salted caramel. This says crunchy caramel, but 15%. Yeah, no, I think I'd say a few years back they had it just right, and I like Mr. Brazilian Darkness. I wasn't a big fan of chopped Brazil nuts, whatever was in it, but I actually quite like I like the chewiness of it. It worked for me. I enjoyed the difference. So even though it wasn't one I was particularly bothered about as such by the fact it got Brazil nuts in, I actually quite liked it. Yeah, and it don't have any dark, and I like the Bourneville bit when he used to have Bourneville in it as well. Yeah, so. Yeah, that orange cream was yeah on the back. I think it just annoys me so much when they do that. Really, it really does annoy me. But yeah, honestly, I just can't believe they can. It's yeah. But imagine if you'd bought that though, and there was only one. Most people share them. And imagine if there's only one orange cream, and you wouldn't normally know that either. You would empty it and then or you just have one, rather. You just pick up one, and someone might pick it. Yeah, crackers that. But yeah, so you can see on this one on the back, you can see there's sort of quite a few bits coming through. I forgot to mention that, so you can see them all there. It's definitely filled with sort of smaller pieces, and they do seem to go through to the top. Got a lot of yeah. I think this one will be quite nice. But again, well, it is 70% cocoa, this one, so it might work quite well. Well, exactly. That's it, Andrew. I think that's what I said as well. If someone just took one randomly, or whether it's because they liked it, and it was your favourite, and you would just assume that there would be 3 in there at least, I would say. Yeah, and then you wouldn't have it. It's they shouldn't really be able to do that. They definitely should have at least having. I mean, it could be that there's an average of 2 each one, so then you have to at least have 2 in or whatever. Well, in fact, sorry, yeah, that's a bit rubbish. They should always have more than 2 in there. you know, 2 or more basically. Should never have less than that, I don't think. I don't think it's a chocolate selection if you only have one of a certain chocolate. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. There we are. So you see that? Yes. Chocolate nails there, but you can see that's what we're up against. So these crunchy pieces are all at the top there, but there are some at the bottom as well. Just maybe not in this one. Yeah, although maybe I was thinking that those speckles were the filling, but yeah, you can see the speckles there now. So I can, yeah, some small specks in there, but don't know. Anyway, but at the top, you can see those are clearly bigger than what those specks imply at the bottom. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's give this one a taste. Let's do it. It's very very crunchy, very salty. You can hear all the crunchy. I wouldn't say it's particularly caramelly though. I guess there is a caramel sort of taste there, but it's more a salty taste. Because it's kind of yeah, crunchy pieces sort of flavoured with salt, you know. Funny one, this one. The sort of dark chocolate does come through because it's 70%. It comes through in the same way that the raspberry one did. You know, a bit kind of late, but there. Interesting on this one. I think it's quite good because unlike the raspberry one, and the flavour's a lot more prominent in this one. You know, because it's obviously a lot more sort of crunchy pieces. So it's actually, whereas the raspberry one was kind of there, but you didn't really get the texture of it. It was more the taste. This one you definitely get all the texture and the taste. It's actually not bad. And I think the fact that the dark chocolate is quite strong, but it's not as doesn't come across as strong as it did in the raspberry one. I just think, yeah, I think because there's more salted caramel in this one. Flavour. I don't think we have a particular taste of caramel though. It's not chewy, the crunchy pieces. And all you're tasting is like the saltiness of it, really. Not really tasting much caramel. Yeah. A funny one, this one. I mean, I prefer if it was liquid caramel or if it was chewy caramel. Yeah. I think the fact that it's just solid pieces is nice, but it's not really caramel. You know, I think caramel, you do expect it to be chewy or runny. I think as crunchy pieces like this, it's not really hitting that caramel spot. I think you'd be, you know, if it was honeycomb or something, you know, but I think this one just doesn't really come across as caramel at all. It doesn't really taste of it. I say it just tastes salty. It's nice though. But again, I think it's like missing the mark. It's missing the point almost. Yeah. I mean, it works well. The chocolate, the dark chocolate, is very much more balanced than it was in the raspberry one. I think it's just a bit less strong in this one, but it's still quite strong, but less so because of the prominence of the salty taste. But yeah, hard one to review again. This one. I just think the salted caramel it's just salt. You're just basically eating dark chocolate with crunchy candied pieces that are flavoured with salt. Now there might be a slight caramel taste there, but it's very hard to discern it. It's very lost in the salty taste and the dark chocolate taste. So it's not really caramel. It's just sort of, you know, it's almost like salted, you know, candy pieces in a, you know, sugar pieces in or whatever they are in there in dark chocolate really. And then I've seen some chocolate with Himalayan salt and things in it, and I think it's more akin to something like that. I mean, it probably is a slight caramel taste, as I say, but I really didn't really get that. Yeah. Not really. I mean, as I say, if it is there, it is lost basically. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think it's just not. I don't know. Again, it's not really one thing or another. Really, I just feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like it's just missed the point. It's not. I don't think it's rich enough really as well. I think the dark chocolate being 70% you might be buying it wanting a really strong dark chocolate, and you're not really getting it because it's too offset with the sort of the caramel pieces that don't really taste of caramel either. So if you're getting it for the caramel version, salty caramel, you'd be expecting something a bit more caramel-like, and you're not really getting that. Just getting a salty bit. So it just seems to miss the mark on most levels, really. Yeah, but I do quite like it. I do quite like it, but I don't think it's not what I'd want from the bar, and I don't think it's something I'd particularly be bothered about having again, because it's not really one thing or another. I don't dislike it. It's nice, it's nice, but it's not great, and it's not particularly rich in dark chocolate. It's not really salted caramel. It's just salty pieces. Not massively salty either, but so there's no chewing. If it was a chew in it, it'd be great. If it's like a bit of a chew to it, it doesn't have to be. It still could be relatively crunchy, but I just have a bit of a chew in it, when you bite, but there's no chew. It's just like sugary pieces, something like that. It's, they're not chewy at all, and they don't build up in your mouth like a dime or something like that, not like that kind of crunch, If it was like a dime bar consistency, the balls in it, that'd be great. I think that'd be really good. But they're not, and that so there's no real sense of caramel. And I said the dark chocolate's it's too lost, I think, in the salty taste. Even though you can still get a bit of richness from it, but I think you'd be wanting more for 70% dark chocolate. I think you probably wanted a bit more of a dark chocolate kick, which you do get in the raspberry one. But the raspberry one, on the flip side, has the reverse problem where there wasn't enough other texture in it from the raspberry. It was just more artificial, just flavouring, really. Yeah, so very difficult one, this one. As I said, I do still like it, but I just think I just don't think there's much point to it. I just think it misses the mark. So it's nice, but I don't know. It's just nice. It's not. It's nice, but I just don't know if it doesn't really stand out for any reason, and I think it really misses out on being the bar it should be. Yeah, so I think it's probably free. It's a very high. Is it free? It's probably just above a 3, I think. So I'm going to say a 3.5 out of 5. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's probably what you'd expect, I think, really, to a point. Whereas it's like, when you have these when you see these very specialist bars on the shelves of the shops, they kind of taste okay, but never really blow your socks off. And it's kind of what it does with this one. But unfortunately, this one, I don't think it really delivers on what it's trying to be either. So, so there's nothing wrong with it, as far as the taste is concerned. Other than the fact that it doesn't really, I'd say the textures aren't quite right, and it doesn't really, I'd say, taste as strong as you might like it to taste as far as dark chocolate is concerned, and it doesn't really taste caramelly. So there's nothing wrong with it as the fact that it doesn't taste horrible, but it just doesn't taste, it's just missed the mark, I think. But honest, I do still quite like it, and I still would eat it, but I don't think I would go out and buy it for what it is. So yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so I think it just needs to be chewy caramel. I think it just needed to be chewy. Just need to have a chew in it, I think, or have a runny caramel in it, rather than just whatever it is. It just tastes a bit salty, and that's it. So yeah, so disappointing there. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag of these ones. I don't think. Let's see, was there anything? I mean, I think the white chocolate one was where it was at, really. The white chocolate, well, but again, yeah, the white chocolate was nice, but had a weird aftertaste to it. So you have to see what you think. If you do try it, let me know. And the white chocolate with the raspberry piece, the strawberry piece, was really actually did hit the nail on the head perfectly. But which was its blessing and its curse, really. It was exactly what you'd expect it to be, but you didn't really get anything else, as in you couldn't really appreciate the white chocolate in it because it just tasted too much of strawberries. But that's probably what you wanted. But it just meant you couldn't really. It was just exactly what it you'd expected it to be, but you couldn't really get much out of it other than what you'd expect, if that makes sense. So it never really blew your socks off. It was just, it is what it is, and yeah, and it's that typical taste. There was no appreciation for, oh, this is a specifically nice white chocolate or a specifically nice strawberry taste. It just mixed together. It just worked. It's like raspberry ripples, the same always, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? It was a bit like that. It was just a flavour that worked, and you got what you got, and you weren't disappointed, but you didn't get any particular benefit, like, or as I say, an appreciation of the white chocolate ingredient included, or anything like that. So if that makes any kind of sense. Well, there we go, guys. Yeah, I think we've done a couple of hours there, and I've got through all a range of the chocolates I had. So I think going on to might be another range. So I'll leave that for Lidl Part 4 maybe, or as I say, I might do similar bars to what they do in Aldi as well, so I might do a comparison between the two. We'll see how it goes, and I'll publish that at some point. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. It's good to chat to you all again. Probably all watching the football now, so hope you enjoyed. If you if you did go to watching, you're watching this on catch up, or you did enjoy it, you're watching on catch up. I'll probably go watching it now. I'm a bit stuffed now, though, so I'm probably trying to avoid the chocolate. But yeah, this week, hopefully I'll do the inventor bars from Cadbury and some other stuff. Yeah, thanks, Joe. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, definitely ones of interest to you, I'm sure, because they're quite, I'd say a bit more, a bit less about the sugar and more about the, I'll say the actual chocolate and things like that. So yeah, so an interesting lot of them really. I enjoyed them. So yeah, so I'm glad you enjoyed it too. It was good to chat to you. Good to chat to you, Andrew. Good to chat to you, Joe. And Sharon as well, of course, and AB. Yes, and Leah, I think you turned up for a minute. You know, as well, thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the football, enjoy the weather, enjoy your chocolate, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, Joe. Take care, Andrew. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it was pretty much Andrew. Yeah, I think that pretty much was it. But I'll say the white chocolate was nice on a white chocolate level, but I just feel like that weird aftertaste. So yeah, if you do get around to trying it, let me know how you find it. I'd be interested to know if you find that taste as well. If it was just, but yeah, it did seem to have a weird. It was a shame because it was basically there other than that taste. It would have been a 5 out of 5 pretty much. If it didn't have that weird aftertaste. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm hiccup there, sorry for that. But yeah, if it just had that weird aftertaste. So yeah. But yeah, a bit of a funny one, that one. But yeah, let me know. As I say, if you tried, let me know. Alright guys, take care. Have a lovely day. And I'll chat to you soon. See you later. Bye for now. Take care. Bye.